first. The Flavor Queen always has wonderful, wonderful recipes, easy recipes, flavorful recipes. What are we making?
We're making beer braised burgoo in celebration of the Craft Bash that is tomorrow. It starts at 12.
Yeah, with what, like how many craft?
I believe it's over 50.
I heard like 74 or something.
Oh my goodness, that number keeps raising.
And if that's the case, just think, all of them have like, I don't know, like 50 craft brews, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Which did you bring? What did you bring?
So, beer braised burgoo.
Okay.
So, burgoo is the stew of Kentucky, and it's the people's stew. It's so
you can
simple.
throw anything in there.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes. Yeah, and it just turns out, it seems to turn out great if you follow the rule of at least 3 meats: chicken, pork, and beef. And so I just wanted to show you a really easy one that you can make within, you know, with just basically, with basic ingredients, and you can do it in a slow cooker, so you can start it in the morning.
Chef Lee made a burgoo with squirrel.
Oh my.
Wow.
That is very
he's got
traditional.
A farm, and they had some squirrel. I don't even remember what else he put in it. After squirrel, I lost my way. I just kind of lost my way. Yeah.
I kind of, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. They just kind of come across.
Everybody loved it, though.
It just kind of comes across as, you know, a tree rat.
Hello. Hey, tree rat. There you go.
Yeah, that's what I grew up.
My granddad used to eat squirrel brains and eggs.
Oh my!
Oh, wow.
Now I've had squirrel before, and I really, you know, as a kid, didn't know. I mean, it looked good. It was fried,
what's on your plate,
you know,
right.
and I ate it. And then my mom told me never to do that again.
Right.
And you know, so I guess it's just not a German thing.
No.
So.
Okay, what are we doing?
This is so easy. So at the restaurant, we have burgoo on the menu. And then I also have a family recipe where you can make it in the slow cooker, and I will share that recipe so that if...
on your website, on Facebook?
On Facebook, on Flavor Queen's Kitchen.
Okay.
And that way, if you know, want to try it, you can. So we actually roast a white meat chicken, and so that goes in. And we roast the meats beforehand at the restaurant, and then we cook it all together. Okay. So, and then here's a roasted pork loin, and we season the meat. Each meat is seasoned, salt and pepper, garlic powder and onion powder. And we use that because in the roasting process, they don't burn. If we used fresh onion or fresh garlic, not so much the onion as much as the garlic, it can burn. It can burn and become a little bit bitter. Okay. And then here's our trick: we put smoked brisket into ours, so that way you get a little bit of a smoky flavor. Yeah. Some smoked brisket, and then we actually cook our vegetables separately, and there's celery, onions, peas, carrots, and potatoes in this.
Can you put whatever you want in there?
Yeah, we can add tomatoes.
Celery is not talking to me.
Well, you could put chopped tomatoes in there. Anything. Our gardens are producing now.
That's right.
It would be really nice to just
fresh vegetables.
Yes, just add our fresh vegetables. We're going to be starting to get a few beans here and there. And you know how when you harvest your beans, that like when you just start seeing them set, it's maybe just enough for you to eat. You know, it's a little handful, but
I run out to my garden every day to see what is good.
Oh, that's a great idea.
What I have for dinner.
Oh, that's wonderful. What are anything good coming up? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've had zucchini. I've had so many peppers. It's ridiculous.
Oh, it's a pepper year, and I think it's going to be a tomato year, too.
Yeah.
I'm seeing some beautiful varieties at Phil's Produce in E-Town, where I love to go. And then, okay, so like I said, we seasoned everything beforehand, but then we come back and we re-season with the same spices because I'm getting ready to put the beer broth on this. And it's all things we have in our cabinet: salt, pepper, paprika, onion powder, and garlic powder goes in. And then this is typically a beef broth, and we'll pour the juices off. It'll have pork juices, it'll have chicken, but it's primarily beef. So you got the beef broth from where? From where we roasted our meats. Okay. And then, in this case, we're going to put a cup of beer in here. so that
She's just eyeballing it.
I'm just totally eyeballing. It's about half
That
a can.
is the darkest beer I have ever seen in my life.
It's ATG's Against the Grain's 35K Stout. It's as dark as like a Coca-Cola.
It is as dark as a Coke. Dad, you see that? My dad loves stouts.
It's got a little bit of a bitter edge, but very little. It's so smooth, and it's just got almost like those Christmas
What's
spices.
it called? Against the Grain?
Yeah, it's Against the Grain's 35K Stout.
Wow.
And then they have a 37K Stout that is a milk stout, which is interesting, but that's better to drink on its own. This one you can bake and cook with it.
Okay.
In this case, yeah. So you stir all that together, and as you see, it almost looks like we don't have enough liquid, but that's the way Burgoo is. Burgoo's not really a stew. It's not really a soup. It's very meat heavy.
It's Burgoo.
It's Burgoo, yeah, and that's what makes it. And then we'll take this, because we've cooked everything ahead of time. All we're doing is marrying the flavors, and we can cook it for about 45 minutes on low on the stove, or you can slow cook everything together. Just follow my recipe, and you'll have a beautiful pot of Burgoo. Serve it with a salad right now, so you almost have like a soup and salad thing going on, and it freezes beautifully.
There
so you
we
can
go.
have it later.
What do you have in the other pan?
This was the taster one, but you're vegetarian, and I'm not sure.
Taste it. It's
Here.
not going to kill me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, how about just the broth?
Okay, yeah, I taste
Let's just do the broth and maybe a carrot. Let's see.
So do you have a spoon?
It's the second drawer down here.
How do
Here we
you
go.
all know where my stuff is? And I do not know. It shows you that I'm not in the kitchen in here. You all know that the Flavor Queen, she's always got new recipes on her Facebook, and you can go check that out. Let's taste here. Oh, that's so good. That really, I could just eat that broth right there. I'm having surgery on July 12th, and all I can eat is broth.
Oh, my.
This right
I can
here.
hook you up with some broth.
Girl, don't play with me. Oh, my goodness. Put that back up there, because you do catering.
I do. And I just had a class on Wednesday, but look for the July class, because it's going to be beer and bourbon, cooking with beer and bourbon.
Beer and bourbon.
Yes.
Cooking with beer and bourbon.
Yes.
All right, and don't forget about the Flavor Queen Cafe. And she's got these little frozen drinks in there that I absolutely,
yes.
I love those
Oh, yes.
drinks.
The
All right.
raspberries, awesome.
Yeah, thank you.